Welcome to Rust, Console Edition. The open beta opened for those of us who pre-purchased the game. So we'll have an open beta for a week or so, and then it will go live. This is how you begin the game. You wake up on a beach with one rock and one torch. I'm just looking around to see if there's anybody nearby. The last time I spawned in, I was killed by a whole group of people, all for my rock. There we go. So what I'm going to do is just try to find a safe place and show you some of the build menus, the inventory menus, the crafting menus, the map, everything. But I just want to get away from the beach. I just spotted this existing building here. See if I can find anything inside of use. Basically, the concept of Rust is it is a hardcore survival game. You can be killed by other players, animals, everything. And if you don't have, say, a home with a sleeping bag in it, you won't have a respawn point. You have to respawn back at the beach. And there you can see I found a blueprint for a bearskin rug. I'll have to learn that later. And also picked up an extra rock because I threw mine away in one of the last spawn-ins and couldn't find it. Here you can see briefly there was the crafting inventory. I'll go into that more in detail. That shows where I spawned in. And what I'm looking for are two safe zones on the map. The one I'm going to head to is called the Bandit Camp. And there's another one called Outpost. And there's one of the recycling machines. I'll show you one of those later. So basically I'm trying to book it across the map and not die and pick up as many things as I can before I reach the safe zone. And once there, I'll be able to build up a camp there, start loading up on supplies, and figure out where I'm going to be in the game. There's a couple of guys fighting it out over there. So yeah, pretty much everybody spawns on the beach. So like I said, I'm trying to get out of here. Let me have a quick look at the map and see where I am with my two rocks. Looks like it's a large harbor I'm going to pass. I'm going to follow the roads around the train yard and then swing around to the bandit camp. I saw a boat there. Yes, you can use boats. If you've got fuel, you can use boats to get around, and there's all kinds of junk islands, and hopefully the oil rigs made it into this version. This version is a few years behind what's currently on PC, because people on PC actually have mini helicopters like gyrocopters, full-blown helicopters, boats, cars, tanks, and a cargo ship event. All of those things will eventually make it into this game, but this game has been a couple of years in the making. See if this guy's got any loot. Same stuff. And I think I have 2 rocks is enough. He was not carrying anything else. He was still running around in his underwear just like me. I have to check the map often to make sure I know where I'm going. I'm sure once I play enough, each of the maps, and some of them are slightly different. They all have like a forest biome, a little bit of a desert, and a winter. Some areas you'll need heavier clothing to survive longer and not eat as much food and drink as much water. As you can see from the bottom right, my health is at 51, my water is at 91, and my food is at 81. So you do have to occasionally eat, drink, and stay healthy. So I'm trying to follow this roadway and then swing a little to the camp. So I'm just going to stick to the roads and try to stay away from people's camps. Mostly that I've seen coming into the game fresh, most of the camps are quite far away from the major roads, so hopefully I won't bump into anyone or anything. There are these NPCs called scientists. They are wearing hazmat suits, and I know that they're off to the right there by that power pylon. So I want to, I want to avoid them at all costs because they are not friendly. They will take you out with an automatic weapon in a hot second. You can't loot them. You can kill them. You can't loot them for their hazmat suits or any weapons or anything at all. There's a player camp right there on the left. So much for, yep, oh. Eek. I think I made it away from that one, I hope. As long as I keep moving and showing the fact that all I have is a rock. So I am not hostile. If they just want to go ahead and kill me, fine. Let's see. There's a junction in the road coming up. So the terrain is a little bit rough. A little bit like Fallout, like a little bit of deterioration. It's a massive island. And I haven't seen like 2 different maps. They move around some of the things on the maps. I just want to see again where I am. You also have to be careful not only of hostile players. Oh, here we go. Yeah, he chased me down. Okay, now I have to start all over again at the beach. Yeah. Go ahead and kill me. It's get my rock. Whoopee for you. All right, let's respawn in and begin this again. Now, I could choose to stay and build not far from the water, but there aren't a lot of resources down here that I would want. From the videos I've seen, the winter biomes tend to have a lot more resources, but it's a lot tougher to live there. So, again, I'm going to try and make my way to the bandit camp or the outpost. Both of those are safe zones. So, I'm on the same map. I can see some guy's got a fire going over there. I just want to stay away. And there's no way you can see the X on the map where I died. I can go just somewhere else. So as I'm running, I'm going to pick up as many resources as possible, even though I can't see my hand in front of my face. Things will eventually light up. You'll see right there. I know that that is some kind of food. It's actually mushrooms. I'm just going to go ahead and eat it. My health is not the greatest at 117. Sorry, my food intake at 117. So why just keep it on my person only to die and lose it? It may actually help me. So if you find any food, just eat it all. There we go. I'm maybe about halfway there. There it is. There's the bandit camp. You can also find the bandit camp or the outpost on the map. They have vending machines, so you'll see little green shopping icons, and I'm trying to decide if I can go up the mountain or around this mountain. I think I'm going to go around. Let me speed things up a little bit here. So my plan is to find an ingredient called hemp or cloth to make a sleeping bag. And what the sleeping bag will do is if I die, I will have the option to respawn at my sleeping bag. There's some hemp fibers right there. I think I need 30 hemp fibers to build one. I'm just trying to make sure I am in the safe zone now. I'm just going to wait until the sun comes up so I can see where I am. Right now, I'm just going to kind of blindly walk around in here. Now, the rules of the safe zone are very strict, as I found out. If you kill another player, there are turrets and NPCs that will turn on you and kill you. Even if you come back, you cannot loot the other player's body. You can respawn, and hence the sleeping bag, go back to where you died, and you can re-loot your own body. You do not lose anything. That's why, to me, it is important for me in the beginning to stay really close to the safe zone. And as you can see, the game does have a day and night cycle. I think the day cycle lasts about an hour real time, and then the night cycle about 15 minutes. I'm not 100% sure on that. I can see the sun rising. I can see a lot better. Let's see if we can find any more resources. I'm just keeping an eye on the bottom corner. There's some sulfur ore. Sometimes there are little, like, what they call nodettes, which are piles of metal and sulfur and little bags of hemp fibers or seeds. There's another metal. You do not have to mine those. You just pick them up. You got them. No problem. There was some stone. All these things are all around the world, but I'm just trying to mine it here around the safe zone area. I just stepped out there for a second. Let me get a little bit closer. Now, the trick to the safe zone is you cannot have any weapons equipped. You can see I'm not mining anything. my blue square, which is what I have equipped in the bottom, I can equip the rock and the torch, but nothing else. It will warn you with a couple of warning shots. Oh yes, more hemp fiber. Come on, come on, come on. I need to build a sleeping bag. Because if I was to be killed right now by another player, even though they would be penalized a 30-minute wait time to come back into the safe area, and they would not be able to loot my body, I would still have to start back at the beach and run all the way out here. So, mushrooms. The best thing to do for me is to get as close to the safe zone as possible and drop down a sleeping bag so I have a respawn point. Then I can concern myself with building a house. Here's somebody's house right here. There's some stone. It has deteriorated. Let's see if there's anything I can take. We've got a loot box. I could take over this house, but I don't want to be out in the open like this right now. There was nothing in there. So let's keep going. I'm looking for a good dense, there's some sulfur, a good dense area to put down my sleeping bag so it's not seen. Now, another player can find your sleeping bag and destroy it, and so having multiple sleeping bags across the map is very, very good idea, especially if once you get your resources up, you can start dropping your sleeping bags and building a better home. Just going to go ahead and eat these mushrooms. Looks like the sun is up. I can see the bandit camp. I just have to find a place. Should be just down here somewhere. Looks good. I'm just going to duck into a little hedge here and do a little bit of crafting. There's a good spot. Just crouch down. Okay, let's see if we have enough hemp seeds. So we're in the crafting section. There's the sleeping bag. These are all things, if you can see it brightly colored, it's obviously unlocked for you at the beginning. It cost me 30 hemp to craft it. In the bottom left corner, you can see there's the end of a 30-second countdown. The crafting is not instantaneous. It does take time. Like I said, sleeping bag, about 30 seconds. When it's complete, it will move into my little inventory bar at the bottom. Should be any second now. And there it is. So now I can exit this menu and go ahead and put down my sleeping bag. Hopefully I won't die. A lot of the items are already pre-unlocked for you as you start to gather supplies like, you know, your hemp seeds and wood and metal and things. So let's go build our sleeping bag. Now, the UI takes a little bit of time. If you pull the right trigger on the Xbox, it will deploy your sleeping bag. There you can see. You can name it. So I'm just going to call this one Bandit Camp. One. Because this camp is quite large, I can put another sleeping bag around the other side or in my house. So there we go. Now we can breathe a sigh of relief, because at least we don't have to start the journey back at the beach to hear, if I lose everything, I lose everything. I don't care right now. And I'm just outside the bandit camp. You can see my sleeping bag there on the map. It's still in good condition. And you can see the 4 vendors that are at the camp. And we're going to take a closer look at the vendors and all the resource machines that are available in the safe zones. This is the black market, scrap market. We'll take a closer look. It just gives you an idea. Looks like scrap is the currency to buy everything at the vending machines and a food market. And like I said, we'll take you back through those areas for a closer look. So this is my inventory right now. I've got a little bit of sulfur, or I've got some wood and stone. And as you gather your ingredients, items will light up or unlock for you to go ahead and craft. For instance, this hammer, that's what you use to upgrade your buildings. Say you start with wood, then you go to stone and then metal. That is very important right there. I need a stone hatchet, but I need a little bit more wood. That actually makes, instead of using the rock to hit trees, you use the hatchet for wood. The stone pickaxe makes it go faster for things like metals and stone. This is your building plan that helps you build your home. We'll go more into these as I start to build in the video. You can also purchase some clothing, everything. So just a little idea of the resources you need for each recipe. So let's head inside the bandit camp. Just be sure again that your square is either on a rock, a torch, or has nothing on your person, or these guys are going to take you out. Ask me how I know that. I bought something at a weapons station and went to have a look at it and was instantly killed. Okay, here we go. Let's check out this first building. See if there's anything useful. Nothing on the main floor. Let's head up this ramp and see if there's anything of use to me on the second floor. Well, we're going to go up another one. There we go. I get stuck on everything in this game. Awesome. This is the research table. Now, this is the reason I'm here. I don't have to find the blueprints and research things. I can come here and research everything. Now, this machine, the research table, is to learn how to craft items using scrap. So what you do is, for the cost of scrap and the original item, say it's a gun or something, and you want to research it because you want the plan, you put your scrap up as currency, and you put your gun in below it, and you hit research, and hopefully it will give you a plan for that item. Here's the, as we've met before, the weapons dealer, who has somehow managed to vanish. I think he's just in the next room. So again, scrap is your currency. At least at the beginning of the game. I'm not sure. It won't let me toggle over to the individual items. It looks like an automatic assault rifle, a pistol, maybe a sniper rifle, a grenade, and the very bottom one is a smoke grenade. And the prices are pretty reasonable, 550 scrap. If you're cautious and you find things on the map, you can run over here and purchase a weapon. I would purchase it and then research it right away. Nothing there. This way, if you are killed early in the game, you may have lost the weapon, but you still have the knowledge, hopefully, to recraft it. So let's find another building. We were just there, and that's the weapons guy. Let's try that one over there. Unfortunately, you cannot collect the water here. It is salt water. Found that out. All right, let's go to this little fishing building. See if there's anything good in here. There isn't anything really for you to pick up here at all. Oh, another player. Let's take a look in here. A guard. Now here's a couple of the bodies here, and as you can see, I'm clicking X to loot them. They are completely unlootable. All right, on to the next building. I can see a vendor over there. Okay, let's get around to this side. Nothing down here. Nope. Thought I saw something. Let me go back out to the left. Nope, nope. The other left. I saw something down on this side. Oh, for crying out loud. You know, you can't really jump back up onto the docks or anything, so it's a bit confusing. I'll understand everything later. Oh, wait, there's a second floor and a ladder. Let's go up there and see if there's something up there. Nope, decided to go this way. Danger. Okay, nothing here. Nope. There should be recycling machines and more vendors. We've only found the one vendor, the weapons vendor. Let's go back. Let's check out this thing. It's a dredging machine. Oh, this is where the casino is. I just passed it by. I will go back and take a look at that in a moment. Yeah, go inside there. Maybe there's a furnace in there or a recycler. Okay. I've never played the game, like I've said, so I don't know what half the stuff looks like. Okay, so this is definitely just little engines. Nothing to click on, nothing to do. Okay, this place is so big, it's got to have something besides the casino. Let's take a look at the front and back of the boat. I might be missing something. Not that. Maybe in here. Nope, just a ladder up the stairs. Okay. Let's try up there. Here we go. Red to yellow. Okay. Aha. Found something. Ah, this is the casino. There we go. This is where you bet your scrap in hopes to win more scrap. A lot of dead bodies here. Okay. That's the casino. And again, you cannot loot these dead players. They're definitely not sleeping because you cannot sleep anywhere in the safe zone. So they are all dead. No loot you can pick up. Well, let's have a seat over there and see what this is all about. Okay. You will regenerate a portion of your health when comfortable and not hungry or thirsty. Okay, so my comfort level is going up a little bit. Let's open up the gambling menu. Place scrap into the betting area. If the wheel lands on your selected number or numbers, you win. And you've got 19, 18 seconds to go ahead and bet what you want. Getting out of this chair was a little hassle. I just used the jump button to get out. There we go. I'll get the hang of this soon. So it looks like that's it here. The casino. Oh, there's one of the recycling machines. Oh, somebody's using it. We'll see what's left over after they're done. Okay, that player left. So it says, add items to recycle into components and materials requires no fuel to operate. It will continue to recycle items until they are depleted or is switched off. So from what I've read, things like pipes, gears, and springs you want to hang on to because those are items that you would use to make weapons once you learn those blueprints. So I'm just trying to see if anything here will work. I think I put in some sulfur or something. No, it doesn't look like. Probably more like if you found like a propane container or some of the sewing kits I found on another run through, any of those things, then you can go ahead and recycle those items into scrap. So unfortunately, it doesn't look like any of the things I have are going to recycle into something else, which makes perfect sense. So let's see. He left a couple bags down on the ground, and let's see what they didn't want. Wooden floor spikes blueprint. And a large planter blueprint. So a couple of things that are brand new to me in this round. Now the thing about rust is it's not permanent. I was building in an area. I went down the road a little, built some more, went back, and everything that is built in the game stays in the game unless it's torn down either by other players or, by the original player. So at some point, I guess the world gets full. And the timer, whether it's a week or a month, I think the standard is about a week, the entire server is wiped to wipe day, and everybody starts all over again. So right now we are on a new server, and everybody's starting out with a rock and a torch. In a couple of days, everybody will be running around with body armor and high-end weaponry and things. So you can play it as a solo player, or you can group up, form a clan, go ahead and raid other players, everything. So I'm taking one last look through here just to see if I can find another vendor. Whoop, no. Back where I started. Let me see if I can find another vendor. And it was probably this building I missed. This is the scrap exchange. That's why I missed it. He was in that little building right there. That's how I missed it. And here we go. Scrap exchange. Hello. Let's shop and see what you have. Okay, so you can purchase your scrap with, looks like empty gas cans, metal fibers, tin cans, and even the rare keys and things. that you can see in the sort of bottom right. The green card is the lowest, blue is middle, and red is the highest key cards. And these key cards are used to open doors in various locations to get further into, as they call them, monuments, like the airfields and any of the underground areas, sewers and things. So you need key cards. You swipe a green card to open a door that gets you the blue key card, that opens another door that gets you the red key card. So it's quite an involved process if you choose to play that particular way. So let's see if we can find another vendor here at Bandit Camp. Oh, there's one. This is the one I missed. Turn right. And no. It was out there on the left. There we go. Oh, stuff. Boy, it's easy to miss this. Okay, let's see what you sell. Building supplies. Okay, same thing. It's going to cost you scrap for things like, looks like a set of gloves and a shelving unit and some other components. I have no idea what they are yet. And on to the next vendor. And I found the food market right here. Same thing. Scrap is currency. So having a lot of scrap is good. Looks like there's some tuna cans, a water container, and some kind of seeds. I guess you can go ahead and plant those at some point. I haven't learned any of my blueprints yet. So here we have, this is the food market or food vendor. I'm trying to leave the menus up long enough that you guys can take a look at or freeze frame if you haven't played the game. It was really hard to find a really good beginner's guide to the game. So hopefully this will help out some of you guys. I'm just taking a look at the map here. This was, there's my sleeping bag there. I'm right at one of the main entrances. And there we have the food market, the building supply guy, and so on. So just taking a look at, oh, it was a what? Pickles. That's what that was. Okay, it was pickles. Okay, salvage shells, a tuna can, lamp, locker. A lot of people do role play in the game too. I don't know how they're going to get time to do it in about a week. This is the advantage that I think is going to be interesting with private servers, is that you could probably extend that, I guess, to a month before you do a server wipe. But having a private server enables you to learn the game and progress and figure out how you want to build your home that's the safest and strongest against all enemies. All right. Let's find something else. And this is a very useful thing here. This is a player-to-player trading area. If you want to trade something, just go on into the booth, enter from the back area, and put up whatever item you want to trade, or signal to people you want to trade. I'm sorry I didn't get any footage interacting with it. But hopefully this beginning part gives you a rough idea of a very beginning of a Rust game. Now, trust me, this is the very beginning. You land on the beach with a rock and a torch. You try to get as many hemp fibers or cloth fibers as you can to make a sleeping bag so you're able to respawn and book it to the nearest safe zone. So you have all of the resources here, the weapons bench, the blueprinting bench, the research bench, and all of the resources around here, and know that it is a safe zone. So I'll leave you here at the end of the first part, and we'll come back and explore more. Thank you for watching Rust.